साधुवेद द्विजना सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेव श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमामि शुम्भदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी ते नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्ते भक्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So we have to begin with the ninth chapter, 16th number verse onwards. Anyone like to know? Anyone like to revise something what we have done in the ninth chapter till now? The entire ninth chapter, whatever we have done till now, you would like to, you can. It will help us to come on the track. Anyone of you?
Yes, Vijay. Usually in the beginning, 9.1 to 9.3, we will discuss about Krishna was speaking about the glories of the path of devotional service. Then later, from 9.4, Krishna was speaking about his relationship with the material world till 9.10 or 9.11. And after that, we were discussing about the various types of worshippers who worship Krishna in different forms. Impersonalists, the demigods, and the Virat Krishna.
Okay. Okay. So this is a flow of till now the chapter. Anyone would like to share something more?
Roji, you in the start of the chapter, we means Krishna is telling the most confidential knowledge. The eighth and the ninth and tenth chapter are the most confidential knowledge. Then, especially in the third verse, we have read about the three types of people: first class faith, second class faith, and we discussed it in detail. And in the next verses, we see the inconceivable nature of Krishna, that how he is in everything, yet he is aloof from everything. And we have discussed a lot, and you shared about scientists also in quantum physics, how they are not able to understand through general rules certain things, but yet they accept. That part we have seen. And then Prabhuji, from last 2 3 verses, we are seeing that Krishna is not a normal human, an ordinary human, but some foolish people consider him ordinary human. But he is the supreme personality of Godhead. And in last lecture, we have seen that Mahatmanas to Mampartha. The Mahatmas are those who are under the internal potency of Lord. And we have discussed about three types of people: impersonalist, and then those who are dedicated to demigods, and those who consider themselves a god. And we have discussed how these three types of people, impersonalist is lowest, and this is the flow, Prabhuji.
Yeah, okay, very good. Anyone like to share something more? Okay. Okay, fine. Let us begin then. So, uh, actually, the last verse that we have done is the 9.15, where Krishna has, very Krishna has told about, people who worship me through jnana process. Jnana yajnena chapyanye yachanto mam upasate ekatvena prataktvena bahuda vishvato mukham. So he has said about the people who have no, they are Gyani Agya. They mainly has a predominance of a Gyan, and secondary is for such people is a Bhakti. So these people worship me somewhere through the Ekatvena also, Taktvena, and Bahuda Vishwato Mukham also. Means Angaropasana. but it is not like Mayavadis because he has conception of Bhakti also. And Prithaktvena, the demigod worship, and Bahuda Vishwato Mukham as the them, worshipper of the Virat Rupa. So these category of Gyanis are there. They worship me. So actually, the Lord is so merciful. Actually, that the it's been said. No, the Lord is so merciful. It's been said over here that actually the head, the Lord does not. Some people who have who have head right now. Head means I mean to say that those who believe more on the path of the knowledge, the Lord does not sidelines them. He also gives them a way. Okay, you can also come slowly and slowly. So Bhagavad Gita is actually such a book, which makes the people indicates that how the head can also serve and become a prelude to the heart. No, prelude you understand, I hope so. Prelude to a particular chapter is given, right? Now, a summary of or some type of you know, some kind of an introductory part is spoken. So over here, Krishna actually is in this 90.15. If you see that he's allowing, okay, you want to serve me through the head, through your own head, you know, you don't want to, you don't want no problem. You don't want to straight give your heart to me, no problem. You give your head to me, and head will serve as a prelude to the heart. Provided the seeker does not let it become the head only as a substitute to the heart, not only the head. Eventually, it has to go towards the heart. So that's why over here there's these three kind of people are being set up from who worship Krishna. Those who conceive him absolute as one with them, or those who you know who worship the various demigods, or those who worship the Lord as a man, as a overall universe, so universal. So they worship the Lord. So Bhagavad Gita, actually, if you see the Gita, actually, Bhagavad Gita, actually, 9 chapter from these verses, uh, from the ahead also, 19 or 20th verse to 26, it will outline about the demigod worship, understanding Krishna's position in that way, in the supreme position. And then he will speak in the 10th and 11th chapter. He outlines about how the Lord is underlying truth manifested in the opulence of the world. We will see that in basically an awe-inspiring universal form. And the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he will speak about, indicates about the straight comparisons happen between a personal conception or is superior, the impersonal conception, how it happens. So if you see the outline, entire Gita expands uh, on uh, in fact Gita early it expands on basically on it does Bhagavad Gita does not alienates people head, the head that rather than it is said that the head that helps the heart helps the heart to identify the supreme object of the love is a perfect head. That's what Bhagavad Gita actually leads to. And surely Bhagavatam and all is about ones who has given his heart to the Lord. So Bhagavad Gita actually does. That's why Bhagavad Gita is very logically flowing verses are there in that because it deals with the head of the people and eventually to submit the heart to the Lord. And this is truth that those who let the head, substitute the heart, you know, substitute the heart, those who let the head substitute the heart, actually miss the ultimate nectar of love also. Uh, I'm not talking about those people who are already have given their heart to the Lord, but I'm saying about all those people who don't submit their head, but just submit their heart in an emotional way, in a sentimental way to Krishna. What will happen is that the ultimate nectar would be so much here because he will not know much about he his head is yet not has so he has a great sentimentally he has surrendered to the Lord. So those who let his head also bow down and eventually his heart, actually they become sold out to the Lord. And you see our acharyas, they if their heart was only their heart is surely no issues, no doubt about that. Is sold out to the Lord. But the head is also sold out to the heart, to the Lord. That is why they speak the commentary like Prabhupada, all these great personalities. When they prove the verses which is, in a Jnana section also, Karma section also as a, they can prove that how it can lead to Bhakti also. So that is their head, you know, that is the head. They can, by the head, they head along with the heart, they make it happen. So Bhagavad Gita says goes like this. That's the beauty. So when Krishna is saying about over here, 9.15, that jnana yajnena chapi anne. Oh, there are people who worship me with the cultivation of knowledge, but also has a bhakti as secondary, means they chant and all those things. So, okay, those people are also fine. Fine, eventually, fine in the sense that eventually they should come to the real understanding. But they are not being completely thrown out by the Lord. So the Lord is very mercifully allows that to happen. So after being said this verse, ekatvena, pridatvena, vishva, bahuda vishvato mukham. Then Arjuna actually is asking Krishna that, hey, how somebody worships you as you know, as Vishwato Mukham, you know, how somebody can worship you in that form, So the Lord is is saying that this is how they worship me from the 16th verse. So this is how those people who are Vishwarupa Upasak, who the word Bahuda has been said about them, how they worship me is Krishna speaks in these 16 to 19th shloka. So which we're going to see. So you can recite these shlokas with me. And yeah. Aham karatur aham yagya swad swadaham swad aham aushadham mantroham yam evagyam aham agner aham adbhutam. Yeah, please read one of you.
Translation. But it is I who am the ritual. I am the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offering.
Uh, so Lord is saying that these people who are, Vishwato Mukham, Bahuda, they worship me in these ways. Uh, because they worship me through sacrifices. And in sacrifice, I am the ritual, I am the sacrifice also, I am the offering to ancestors also. So he is very clearly saying, Aham Kratu, I am the Vedic ritual, Aham Yagya, I am the sacrifice. So Vedic ritual and Vedic sacrifices are considered to be different. You know, Swadaham, Swadaham. Oblations to the, oblations even to the uh, forefathers, ancestors. Aham Aushadam, Mantroham, the mantra which is Evagyam, the Agnir, Utam, the oblation. Everything is I. So they worship me, considering that. Prabhupada explains about this. Read the purport.
The Vedic sacrifice known as Jyotish Troma is also Krishna and is also the Maha Yajna mentioned in the Smriti.
So this
The,
is about you understand Vedic sacrifice is Jyotishtoma and Mahayagya mentioned in the Smriti. So basically, if you these two were Aham Kartur, Aham Yagya. So Yagya is based on Shruti And aham kartu, the Vedic rituals are based on smriti. That's the difference. Yeah, read ahead.
The oblations offered to the Pitraloka or the sacrifice performed to please the Pitralok, considered as a kind of drug in the form of clarified butter, is also Krishna. The mantra chanted in this connection are also Krishna, and many other commodities made with milk products for offering in the sacrifice are also Krishna. The fire is also Krishna because fire is one of the five material elements and there is therefore claimed as the separate energy of Krishna. In other words, the Vedic sacrifices recommended in the Karma Kand division of the Vedas are in total also in Krishna. Or in other words, those who are engaged in rendering devotional service unto Krishna are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifices recommended in the Vedas.
So if you see the last line which Prabhupada is writing, that in other words, those who are engaged in rendering devotional service to Krishna are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifices recommended. Because this is how the gradation is that then people Krishna says, I am the Kartur, I am the Yajna. So those who have actually come to really worshipping me, my personal form, this means they have already covered the previous one. That's what is been said. So the Lord has actually is very, very, kindly is saying over here that is very kindly saying that I am these things. And so, but doesn't mean say even if the term is impersonal over here, but the concept is personal only, in the sense that like somebody, you understand that? Because it's impersonal, because the Lord is saying, Aham Kattur, Aham Yajna, I am mantra, I am the mantra, I am the Hutam, I am the oblation, I am those. So it seems to be the Lord is impersonal. No, the term is impersonal, concept is very personal. Like has been said, somebody, the example may be given as like the somebody you have somebody is driving the car very fast and you might hear that the commentary happens at a car race and all or cricket match also. So the some batsman is very hitting very hard nicely, so the commentator may say that, oh, what a great force he has, no, what a great force the hit ball has been hit or to be reckoned with. So, so here the batsman or the driver of the Ferrari or whatever they're doing it, they may termed as an impersonal term as a force because there's a context like that, right? Now? The same way over here that the Lord is over here in this context that he's are these things. So these impersonal terminology which has been used now refers to the absolute truth, even that the truth is personal. No, because such use is that's what I said, head to heart. Lord allows that. So such use is the evolution of the thought flow in Bhagavad Gita. And at certain stage, the personal conception of absolute truth, sometimes is not relevant because they hear the talk is about Vishwato and about Bahuda people, those who worship the Lord in a Vishwato Mukham, in a form of a universe. So that is why the impersonal concept terminology has been used, but not the concept is not impersonal. The concept is personal only. That we should very clearly know it. So uh, so here onwards now, that Bhagavata 9.16 on is what we are reading, has has talks about these sacrifices. So the Lord is actually very clearly saying that He is conveying the spirituality aspect of these sacrifices, and it uses the personal term aham over here, if you see right now in these shlokas. Krishna is saying what? Aham, you know I am. The terminology may be impersonal, right? Na kartu, yajna, aushadham, mantro, evagyam, agnir, hutam, but every word is prefixed with the word aham, right? Na? So that is why the terminology may be over here as impersonal. The concept is very personal over here because Lord is always using the term aham. He is stressing that all these elements are me, me. And who is the me? The Krishna was standing and seeing that. So Krishna is through this saying that all the earlier whatever the word Brahma is also been spoken is same me only. No? So so this is a personal concept with an impersonal term. This is what has been, over here we see very clearly. The Lord is these, and other people may use these terminology in a different way. That is not we are very, invested into. So the Lord is very clearly over saying that I am the, I am Aushadam also. The refers to the food which is made from the herbs. Everything is the Lord. Means actually food which is made from the herbs means what? Medicine. The Lord is a medicine also. The Lord is the, or in some food which is made from the herbs in the for the sacrifice, for performing of sacrifice, it's me only. So he is saying that this is how actually they worship. So then the Lord also says ahead about the next verse. He says about how such people relate to me, how they worship me and relate to me, the impersonal, the people who are worshippers of Vishwato Mukham. So he says this 9.17. Pitaham Pitaham asya jagato mata Pitaham yasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha Vedyam pavitram omkara riksama yajur evacha. Yes, true. One of you can read that.
Translation: I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsir. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also the Rig, the Sam, and the Yajurved. Purport: the entire cosmic manifestation, moving and non-moving, are manifested by the different activities of Krishna's energy. In the material existence, we create different relationships with different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy. Under the creation of Prakriti, some of them appear as our father, mother, grandfather, creator, etc. But actually, they are parts and parcel of Krishna. As such, the living entity who also appear to be our father, mother, etc., are nothing but Krishna. In this verse, the word Dhata means creator. Not only are forefather and mother parts and parcel of Krishna, but the creator, grandmother, and grandfather, etc., are also Krishna. Actually, any living entity being part and parcel of Krishna is Krishna. Whatever we want to know through the Vedas is but a progressive step toward understanding Krishna. That subject matter which helps us purify our constitutional position is especially Krishna. Similarly, the living entity who is inquisitive to understand all Vedic principle is also part and parcel of Krishna, and such is also Krishna. In all the Vedic mantras, the word Om called Pranav is a transcendental sound vibration and is also Krishna. And because the Pranav or Omkara is very prominent in all the hymns of four Vedas, Sama, Yajur, Riga, and Atharva, they are also understood to be Krishna. Prabhuji, you're mute.
Yeah. So the Lord over here is actually saying that how I am all these personalities. So the point is that the Vishwarup Upasak, no, once he starts conceiving everything in universe as ultimately connected and manifested form of the Lord, actually this is how actually they relate to. They treat them all these people to be as Krishna. This is not the way Bhakta does it very clearly. So in this world, no, for them all, for everyone, we have different supports, we have different shelters, and Krishna is saying to them that I am all of them. So I am the father, I am the mother, the grandfather, and but it is not lit. So somebody it has to be taken literally. So no, some things are not to be taken literally. Like no. Like we say, na, Matrideva Bhavo Pitro Deva Bhavo. So, so its literal sense is what? They are God. Matrideva Bhavo Pitro Deva Bhavo. So, but if they were God, then we had two gods. You know, that, so this means we have two God, right? My mother and father both. So right now, Matridevo, Pitrabhav, Pitradevo. It means two gods are there if it is a literally meaning if you take it. So suppose someone's child is there and his mother is saying that beta, you should become engineer, and the father is saying you should become doctor. Then which god the son should follow? The mother god or the father god? Huh? And if he follows one and if doesn't follow, he will. It's a problem. So point is not over here to right now. The point is not to disrespect the parent, but the point is to recognize the context in which the thing has been spoken. So in this world, there are many which help us in advancing materially and spiritually. We are grateful to them, but we have to recognize that there is something which is the ultimate reality. Uh, So we are grateful to all people, to our parents, to our grandfather, and all anybody. But the point is that Krishna is making whoever are the shelter of this world is ultimately it is the manifestation of me. That is why we say now when a child takes birth, actually it's a Krishna who provides the milk in the body of the mother. Uh, because it is Krishna's arrangement to give us shelter, protection, nourishment. Because ultimately we belong to Him. So yeah. So in this way, this is the way to see that that somebody is giving us shelter, somebody is giving us protection, somebody is giving us knowledge. Actually, it is their manifestation of Krishna has to be seen, or it is their manifestation of Krishna's mercy. Krishna's mercy means Krishna is making them as an instrument to provide us nourishment, shelter, knowledge, and all those things. So it is He who is benefiting us, right, now through these things. So it is who is giving us shelter. It is He who is giving us love through maybe, father, mother, relatives, friends, whatsoever. So it is He who is giving us the knowledge to purify us through various ways, through Vedas and all. So ultimately, everything is coming from Him, and ultimately everything, gets its potencies through Him. And this is how this verse has to be understood. Uh, in our context, Pitaham Yas Jagato Mata Dhata Pitamaha Vedyam Pavitram Omkara Rik Sam Yajur Evacha. And all these things, Pita, Mata. Now there's a so 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 it can also be said that see, the Lord says, I am the Pita. So hum bija pradah pita right now. Because I give rise and because he is a pita in the sense of Mahatattva Pradhan, he is only. And the Mata, why Krishna is saying also can be understood, you know, because the Lord withholds the entire universe within his womb, and then so at the time of manifestation comes out. I am the Data, nourisher of the universe, no doubt about it. And I'm the grandfather, the Brahma also. This way also, and the object and the Vedas, because they give us because because among the purifier he is and the knowledge one who is giving is the he. The Vedas is also he. Rik Yajur Sam Evacha. So this verse very clearly Krishna is saying that see I manifest to you through all these things. Actually, I am the person. You know, so like a postman who comes and gives us our letter, which has been sent by one of our near and dear one. So we are grateful to the postman who has delivered us the the letter or the money, whatever money, whatever the ulterior is to come. But ultimately, we see him as the messenger of the person who has sent us that letter or money order, whatever, right now. But we are grateful to the person because to the mail, the postman, the mailman also. So we have to see all these personalities within our life. They play a role. They play the role, and we should be grateful to them. Understanding that a Krishna has is the ultimately he is providing, is giving all those things which they are giving uh, through them, right now. So that's how actually, so the devotee sees everybody. So this is about, this is about, it is not an impersonal conception. Uh, these people treat as impersonal. बहुधा में सबको भगवान मानते हैं, भगवान की तरह ही मानते हैं. So that is why these people who say that there are two ways of understanding truth. So some people worship the father, mother, the grandfather, and all as God only, and they will show you this verse. But we we understand very clearly that what this verse means. So so this is there will be and somebody can be respectful and should be respectful and grateful to all these people, because they are bringing Krishna's grace in my life. They have become an instrument of Krishna's grace in my life. But Krishna is the ultimate, right? So that is why Bali Maharaj rejected Shukracharya, because Shukracharya was giving him Vedic knowledge, right? He was a teacher, at least the Vedas. He was teaching him yagya. He was making him do yagyas on those. But Bali Maharaj one point rejected Shukracharya, because what happened? That now Shukracharya was not acting as the messenger, or as the representative, or as the instrument of the Lord, when he said, Bali, you not surrender to this Vaman. So this is something which is very here is spoken. You have any questions on these, what we are right now, whatever we have discussed before I go ahead? Do you, I don't know, some of you seem to be sleeping also, some of you are doing all thing activity. So yeah, anything is there? Okay. So so let's go ahead. And then the Lord over here now he speaks in the 18th verse about, now this is about the relationships. He told that how this is has what people perceive as Vishwatomukha to be me. Now their destination and all those things also Krishna speaks ahead that it is me. So this is he says, Gatir Bharata Prabhu Sakshi, Gatir Bharata Prabhu Sakshi, Nivasha Saranam Sruhit, Prabhava Pralaya Sthanam, Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam. Abhi,
I am the goal.
one of you please.
I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. Purport. Gati means the destination where we want to go, but the ultimate goal is Krishna, although people do not know it. One who does not know Krishna is misled, and his so-called progressive march is either partial or hallucinatory. There are many who make as their destination different demigods, and by rigid performance of the strict respective methods, they reach different planets known as Chandraloka, Suryaloka, Indraloka, Maharloka, etc. But all such lokas or planets, being creation of Krishna, are simultaneously Krishna and not Krishna. Such planets, being manifestations of Krishna's energy, are also Krishna, but actually they serve only as a step forward for realization of Krishna. To approach the different energies of Krishna is to approach Krishna indirectly. One should directly approach Krishna, for that will save time and energy. For example, if there is a possibility of going to the top of a building by the help of an elevator, why should one go by the staircase step by step? Everything is resting on Krishna's energy. Therefore, without Krishna's shelter, nothing can exist. Krishna is the supreme ruler because everything belongs to him and everything exists on his energy. Krishna being situated in everyone's heart is the supreme witness. The residences, countries, or planets on which we live are also Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate goal of shelter, and therefore one should take shelter of Krishna either for protection or for annihilation of his distress. And whenever we have to take protection, we should know that our protection must be a living force. Krishna is the supreme living entity. And since Krishna is the source of our generation or the Supreme Father, no one can be a better friend than Krishna, nor can anyone be a better well-wisher. Krishna is the original source of creation and the ultimate rest after annihilation. Krishna is therefore the eternal cause of all causes.
Yeah. So Prabhupada, after speaking about the Gati, so the Gati, he is saying, some people may have their destination fixed to be as some demigod planet or to Pitra planet, whatever is it is me, Krishna saying. And Prabhupada writes over here that Prabhupada makes it very clear. One should directly approach Krishna, for that will save time and energy. And he gives an analogy. If you have an elevator, if you have a possibility to go on the top of a building through elevator, then why not use that? Why to go through step by step? And this thing should not be misused. Huh? You know, like one devotee was, he has to go one floor up. So he used the elevator and he said this, that, see, Prabhuji, that's analogy being spoken. The analogy being spoken is to make us understand certain thing. Not that we should become so lazy that even if your hands and legs are proper, we are using elevator even to go up. To go a floor above. So misuse should not. But I'm just saying. So Prabhupada is over here very clearly then that these worshipping energy of the Lord is an indirect worship. So anyhow, the thing is over here. I'll show you some words which Krishna speaks about how he in the Bhagavatam also shares the same kind of a use and ask admin to. Okay. So over here, actually, the Lord in these two shlokas in the Bhagavatam, 2.2nd canto, 5th chapter, the 15th number verse, 15 and 16, he speaks in the same way. He says over here, you see, Narayana Paraveda Deva Narayana Angajaha Narayana Paraloka Narayana Paramakha. Right now, till now, what we have read, the Lord which is saying that I am that, I am the Veda, I am to be known through Veda. I am the destiny, Loka, all these Lokas which is also Paramaka, the sacrifice, also the Deva we are going to recite. We are going to read it in the later verses. So here is in the Vedic literature are made by and are meant for the Supreme Lord. So made by the Lord and meant for the Lord. Meant for the Lord means what? Meant for knowing Krishna and surrendering to it. The demigods also are meant for serving the Lord as part of his body. The different planets are also meant for the sake of the Lord. And different sacrifices are performed just to please him. So all this is the same way over here. And then he says about Narayano para yogo, Narayana param tapaha, Narayanam param jnanam, Narayana paragatihi. Narayana is a paragatihi, right now. So, read one of you the translation.
All different types of meditation or mystics are mean of realizing Narayan. All the austerities are aimed at achieving Narayan. culture of transcendental knowledge is for getting the glimpse of Narayan, and ultimately salvation is entering the kingdom of Narayan.
Yeah, so Narayan is a Paragati, right? No? Nobody else is there. Improper rights over here. See, yeah, Gati. Gati, Gati refers the same way. Prabhupada is over there. Gati refers to the ultimate destination or the last word in liberation. And then he says, oneness with the impersonal Brahmajyoti is not the ultimate liberation. Superior to that is the sublime association of Supreme Personality of Godhead in one of the innumerable spiritual planets in the Vaikuntha sky. Therefore, the conclusion that Narayana, or Personality of God, is the ultimate destination for all kind of yoga system as well as all kind of liberation. So Narayana Paragatihi. So over here when Krishna is saying in our shloka that we are talking about, then he's saying that this is okay, I'll show you. This is a very instructive and very helpful shloka for readers. So he is saying, yeah. So he is saying about this verse. Which verse we are reading?
18.
18. So Gati Bharata Prabhu Sakshi. So he is the ultimate Gati, and he is the sustainer, Prabhu. He is the Lord, and he's a Sakshi, he's a witness also. So some people fear the Lord says when he says Sakshi, right? No? So uh, why they fear? Because they feel, oh, Lord is seeing me. No. Even as Krishna is saying, I am the Sakshi, it means that he is a Sakshi, he is saying in terms of helping us, not in a terms of being critical to us to punish us. Right? No? Some people we generally have somebody is witnessing, we have to be careful. No, he is witnessing in the sense that he is he help us in all the decisions and the way we live the life. So the inner core of us, our being, he gives a certain kind of a no certain kind of a you say signal or whatever. Actually, because he is witnessing our activity, we are going right or wrong, and he helps us. But yeah, this can be a because that's where Krishna is he when he say I am the witness, I'm Sakshi. So he is acts like a coach, not as a punishment giver. No, not like that. Like suppose somebody is walking on a very dark street, you know, and he comes to know that that police people are also watching me, is witnessing me. So it depends on the person. If he is a thief, he will have a fear of that police person witnessing him. And if he's a common man, a noble man, a good citizen, he'll be very much relieved if he comes to that policeman is witnessing me. No, nothing will go wrong with me, even I'm walking on the dark street. So if somebody is a lawbreaker, he will feel threatened. Oh, he's witnessing me. And if he is no law abider, he will be very happy. So when Krishna is saying, I witness, Krishna is witnessing, is not a fearful, is not about, yeah, if it arises a good fear, is fine. But Krishna is not saying over here to make us fearful. He is saying that, no, that presence of, because he's saying in terms that presence of mine, you should feel reassured I am there to protect you. That's because he's witnessing. Like a child is witnessed by the child wants to do mischief. He doesn't want his parents to become witness of his. And he wants the parents should go away somewhere, or I should go somewhere, out of the eyes of the parent, and then I can do it. But if a good child is there, he will be very happy that I am with the Lord and I am with my parents, and then that child has no fear, right? So the Lord over here, so when Krishna is saying, I am the witnesser, no, Sakshi. So he is a very reassuring verse. It's a very reassuring word which Krishna is saying. So Gatir Bharata, I am the goal, I am the sustainer, I am the Prabhu. Somebody said, what does it mean, sustainer and Prabhu? It's very simple. Okay, let us see who will explain why the Lord is saying the word Bharata and Prabhu. How does it differentiates? Anyone like to say something about it? Why the Lord is saying word Bharata also and Prabhu also? Generally, Bharata is the Prabhu. Why the Lord is saying in a different way? Can you make us understand? Any one of you? It's very simple it is. अरे क्या हो गया पूरा? So okay.
Can you repeat the question?
Oh. My question is you saw no, in the verse what is there? The verse that the Krishna is saying, no, Bharata and Prabhu. Bharata is sustainer, Prabhu is the Lord. Why these two words are used? Generally, sustainer, the Bharata is the Lord only. Like no, like for a woman, his Bharata is the husband and Prabhu is also the husband. But over here, the Lord is using these two words in a different way. That I am the sustainer also and the Prabhu also. Are he is the one man only. So how we can understand he is Bharata and Prabhu? Can be also separate terms. But over
So
here is a yeah.
I guess for those who do not accept uh, God as like the master, for them he is selling as sustainer, and for others who consider him like that, um, so like he is addressing in that terms as a master.
Okay. Anyone else? Very good.
Prabhuji, Lord has the option that he choose to sustain or not, but here he's telling that I am the sustainer also. To
Okay.
emphasize that he's more Surya.
Okay. So yeah. Anyone else like to say? Before I say. So here actually the Lord is saying, I am the Bharata, I am the sustainer. See for a human, the sustainer can be for us, oxygen is a sustainer. But oxygen is not our master. Right? No? So the Lord is saying, see, I'm sustainer also, I'm a master also. Right? No? So like understood, no? Sustainer is oxygen, but oxygen is not our master. So so uh, so that's what has been said. So Lord is saying over here, see, I am the Bharata. Whatever whoever is providing for your sustenance, I am that person, and I am the protector also. So he is, and I am master, Prabhu also yours. So these people actually. Now, when they are saying about this 9.18 verse, when they are speaking about Gatir Bharta, and by the way, ahead also he says Nivasa Saranam Suhrita. So Prabhupada is saying about that also as Suhrit. Because why Suhrit? No, see, uh, so Krishna is over here actually he is saying Suhrit in the sense that see, I am Mata, Pita, Dhata. Previous verse you remember? Yeah, I am also the grandfather. So I am not unknown to you. I am very much related to you. Right now, somebody may say, Sir, how I can meditate on you? Those who are not the direct worshipper of the Lord in the sense they are not devotees, they don't understand. So the Lord is saying, these people out there, how they come to me, they treat these fellows to be as me. But for as a devotee, we can also think like, oh, the Lord is so kind that actually He has not kept Himself very far from us. Actually, all that these personalities are giving me is the Lord only who is giving me. So the Lord is only giving me through my grandparents the love, the protection through my father and a mother and all those. It's the Lord is giving. He's not very far away from me. No? He's very near to me. So he's very near to me and is very relate and I can relate to him very easily. So, this is how actually, it has to be well understood that you are not a stranger. You know, Lord is not a stranger for us. This is he's not a stranger because he behaves, he's there for us in every way. So when we contemplate in this way, then neither we are so stranger to Krishna, neither Krishna is so stranger for us. So we can, somebody can shed off his apprehension in calling out to him. So when we are calling out, every day when we call out the Lord in the form of chanting, his name, we should know he is everything. Everything which I am receiving is very much is he only. So he's very relatable to me. So he's always he always helps us. And whatever be our purpose in approaching him, he is there for us. You know. But and if we aspired and somebody aspires to develop loving relationship with him, then that aspiration pleases him the most. That is truth. So somebody may approach the Lord with different, but all the help he gives through different people. But when somebody approaches him for loving him, then the Lord is very happy. So by that relationship alone, we find relief from all distress. So right now our our story is like a prodigal son. So this is our way of right now. That's how right now the Lord we have gone so far away from the Lord, denying him. But actually, he is very near to us. He is Surit because he is giving us all. He is a Prabhu, he is a Dhata, he is a Bharta, he is everything. He is a witness. He is always very close to us. Whether to identify him as not, or and he so easily he provides so many things to different people to us. We have to only recognize the Lord who is sending. Uh, it's the hand which is putting the mouth, putting the food in the mouth, but the substance is the food, not the hand. So it's the hand which is giving us the shelter, the hand which is giving us the protection, the hand which is giving us love, or the person who is giving us all these. Actually, it is not the thing, what they are giving is what they are giving is the most important. That is Krishna. That is nothing but Krishna. Actually, Krishna in the sense that is Krishna who is giving. This is Krishna's intervention. So it's not a very far away object for us. It's not a very unrelatable thing for us. It's very much relatable to us. So this is how actually, because see, these verses have been explained in this way for us also, for we as a devotees. And so Lord is saying away, and the gati. So actually, uh, these things should never means that because see these shlokas are quoted by people also who say see all path leads to the same goal. I am the gati. Whatever gati is there, yeah, all the path leads to the same goal. Right now some people can quote these verses for these things. But actually that gati is Krishna, but is different manifestation. Some gati is to the separated energy of the Lord, right? And some gati is to him, his internal energy. So there's a difference. All gati is surely to the Lord. Okay. But you will not, but benefit is not the same. Those who make his gati as some material energy, as supreme destination in going to different, the planets, or India go to Indian going to America and going to whatever, to Mars, whatsoever. Whatever gati they are deciding. Actually, it's Krishna, that's truth, but only it's separated. It is a part of the separated energy of the Lord. Whereas devotee is gati, he fixes to Krishna himself to be the divine. Mahatma Nastumam Partha Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha. So that's a very different thing. So, so this is what the Lord is saying. So he is a Prabhu, everything is he. That's for Sakshi. So Nivasa is a place of enjoyment, right? Na? He is very clearly saying, Nivasa Saranam Surit. अरे तुम्हारा घर भी भगवान ही का कृपा है. तो बोल रहे हैं, Nivasa, abode, no, Suhrit friendship, Prabhava Pralayam Sthanam. Because the Lord is saying, I am the creation, the dissolution, the ground, Vidhanam, the resting place, everything is me, Bijam Avyayam. So this is how the Lord actually is, manifests, or the people who are Vishwatomukham. So that's why you're able to understand that these people are not out and out Mayavadi or like that. They have bhakti, but as a secondary thing. You understanding that? Because over here we are also talking about these things in our bhakti part. So these Vishwatomukham Bahuda people, are devotees of the Lord in a way using in a Jnana Marga as a prominent. They are not as a Bhakti Marga people. But these people who are using Jnana has a secondary element of Bhakti. Now, this is to be understood. That is why these shlokas are also a helping tool for us to become related, to become closer to Krishna and things like that. So the next verse, any questions? No, I don't know. I'm speaking, but whether it's understandable or what is happening. Any question, any comment till now?
Prabhuji, I wish to ask that Prabhupada is written, as you said, that Lord is both the sustainer and master. So it is seen in this world that whenever the sustainer is a living force, at that time generally he is the master also. Just like for a child, the mother and father are sustainer and he is the master, though child may not accept, but they are the masters. But when the sustainer is a dead force like oxygen, in that case it may not be the master, Prabhuji. So is it right understanding, Prabhuji? When the sustainer is living force, then must be the
The
master.
sustainer maybe, over here, the sustainer is what you're saying, last line you say? Sustainer is?
Is it true that if the sustainer is a living force, then he should be the master also in for that amount of time till the time he is sustaining us?
Actually, over here, I am over here. If you treat that as a for a devotee, master is the Lord only. Nobody else is a master, right? No? In all situations. And
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I am asking about the temporary masters. Just like for an
oh,
employee in the company, the boss is a master for a temporary amount of time, and he's sustaining also the employee. So I was asking for that particular amount of time. Is it true that the sustainer is the master only when the sustainer is a living force?
yeah, you can say it like that. Yeah, you can say it like that. Yes,
Yeah, and Prabhuji, in that regard only, Prabhupada write in the purport, last line, that whenever we talk about protection, the protection must
living
be a
force.
living force.
Yeah,
But
right.
Prabhuji, we see in this word. So Prabhupada is writing that indirectly also, na, in the sense, Prabhuji, for the body, for the eyes, the protector are eyelids. When rains are there, the protector is umbrella. But finally, all these things are made by some living force only. So in that context, Prabhupada is saying, na, indirectly, the living force is only the protector. Because the
Yeah,
immediate, yeah, because the immediate
hey,
causes of
Prabhu.
protection.
Actually,
Yes.
for us, no, for us, the even the energy of the Lord in the form of matter is He only, right? No? Oxygen is His only, His energy only. No, one of the elements is He. So the Lord is, we also read, no, that He's a Dhata. No, Dhata means what? He, and you also read, He is the Prabhava, when He's saying creation, dissolution, everything. But He is a Pradhan, He is a Mahatattva, right? Na? So He is only, na?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So it is not, it is living force. Prabhupada is saying to make us understand that it is a living force in the context that it is a person behind you. Who is so treat the person who is actually worship the person who is giving us. But in you talk about these Vishwatomukham people, so they are like that. They worship no anything which is providing them as the Lord. So that's why they are Vishwatomukham. They are worshippers of the universe, right? Not just a person. the living force. They are worshipper of the universe, matter, spirit, both. Right?
The Lord also says, I am the source of spiritual and material manifestation.
Yeah,
Indirectly, He
yes.
is the only one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that way. Okay, the last verse for today, and then with this section will end. So 19th, yeah. Tapami aham varsham nigrhnami utsrujami cha amritam chaiva mrityuscha sat asakchaham arjuna. What do you? Are you
O
going?
Arjuna, I gave heat, and I withhold and sent forth the rain. I am immortality, and I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. Purport. Krishna, by his different energies, diffuses heat and light through the agency of electricity and the sun. During summer season, it is Krishna who checks rains from falling from the sky, and then during the rainy season, he gives unceasing torrents of rain. The energy which sustains us by prolonging the duration of our life is Krishna, and Krishna meets us at the end of as death by analyzing all these different energies of Krishna. One can ascertain that for Krishna there is no distinction between matter and spirit, or in other words, he is both matter and spirit. In the advanced stage of Krishna consciousness, one therefore makes no such distinctions. He sees only Krishna in everything. Since Krishna is both matter and spirit, the gigantic universe comprising all material manifestation is also Krishna. And his pastime in Vrindavan as 200 Shyam Sundar playing on the flute are those of Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah. So this is how actually. So he is both, right? No problem saying matter and spirit both. So right now this was the question, right? So this is how actually is to be. So he is saying the Lord is saying, Tapami, I am the heat. I know I give the heat, or I withhold and set forth the rain, and all those things he's saying. So the Lord is actually over here. And so in these all four shlokas which we are reading, the Lord is very saying it over here that that I in the form of a sun, I give heat during the summer, during the monsoon I release rain, varsham, and sometimes in the form of a drought I drop back the rain. I'm Amritam, the liberation, Samsara, the Mrityu. I am the cross, the Sat, and the subtle Asat. I alone, I am all of this. So, I, the son of Vasudev, holds Vasudev, one person who holds all the power situated in the form of universe, with many names and forms. Some worship me with this type of Gyan Yagya. We search out a person, which searches out a one person in these many things. So they worship this only. They are kind of indirect worshippers, because somebody may worship like somebody go to the company owner in the company and may worship the tables and chairs also in the company, because ultimately it is owners owners table and chair. So Vishwato Mukham is something like that. He's worshipping the company building and all the structures and all the things within in the company's company building. And there are people who may worship the different employees in a company. So they are called the demigod worshippers. And there will be people who will worship the owner of the company straight. They're called as bhaktas. That kind of a thing is there over here. So these people actually worship the Lord in this way. The Lord actually in a form of, so he's giving us. So when we are giving the Lord, when right the monsoon is there, so he is giving us worship. So see the seed in that way. It's the Lord actually. No, He is giving us, and that is how a devotee actually also has to see. So so this so these shlokas, uh, these shlokas actually, this particular shloka of when Krishna is saying over here that tapami ham. So the point here is we see everything in the universe as connected with the absolute truth. Even from the material science, the sun is critical for existence right now because it gives heat and light. Sun is not impossible. So even though material science is sun is very critical. If not, we will not survive. So Krishna is saying, "Are I who give the heat, and energy to the sun. Similarly, we need water, and Krishna provides us water. And Krishna withholds the water. So suppose पूरे 12 महीने ही बारिश हो तो क्या होगा हमारा हाल? There will be no grains also. Grains which are grown in the field also require some amount of water only. So it's Krishna who is giving us right now everything. And Krishna is taking is taking conception in something as a destination, somewhere previous. So all is he, right? So this is very so he is very clearly saying over here that it is me who actually provide everything to the people in general to my part and parcels. So it is he who has to be. It is he from whom we have to develop our relationship because he is the one who is giving us everything. So why to be an atheist? So and or to be a worshipper of something else than the Supreme Lord Bhagavan. So this is how a devotee has to understand it. And so tomorrow onwards, I'll begin about demigod worshippers. So Krishna says about these are people also who worship the demigods, and so they are also devotee, because they understand the Lord's presence also. So these are all our devotees, different kinds of, but they are there are some Mahatmas, they are direct worshippers of the Lord, and there are other people who worship the Lord in his true form as secondary. As I said to the company, some people worship the company's structure, some people may worship the company's employee, and there will be some people who worship the company owner itself. Right now. That's what. So all are worshippers of the company itself, company person only, but in a different way. So that's how it is. They all are devotees, but in a different way. So their destination is also different. And when we say devotee in our context, when we say devotee, it means worshipper of the personal form of the Lord, not the worshipper of the universe and the worshipper of the demigod. And Krishna will say it also. He will say also the demigod worshipper and what is their destination and all. So I end over here. Tomorrow we'll see it. If you have any questions, I don't feel so. You'll have any questions, but if you have questions, you ask me tomorrow when we begin the class. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.